Hello and welcome to Simply Political. My name is Varun. Today I want to talk about my home state, Maharashtra, which is going to a mini Vidhan Sabha polls in late this year or latest by January, according to the Supreme Court order. The mini Vidhan Sabha polls, as you might have guessed, is the municipal corporation elections across 22 major municipal corporations in the state and many other municipal councils. Maharashtra last had its municipal corporation elections in 2017, and we were scheduled to have our elections in 2022. However, due to various reasons, OBC reservation inside the municipal corporation being one of them, which was challenged in the Supreme Court, we were unable to have our municipal elections. So, effectively, two of India's large cities, financial capital of India, which is Mumbai, as well as Pune, which is one of the larger manufacturing hubs of the country, has not had a municipal corporation from 2022 to 2025. It's been 3 years. We do not have elected representatives, we do not have corporators or councillors, as you may call them elsewhere in the country, and we are administered entirely by the municipal commissioner. The municipal commissioner works for the state government, so effectively, it is the Mahayuti government that is governing all of the municipal corporations as of today. The only difference is generally even though the municipal corporation has the municipal commissioner has even though even regularly the municipal commissioner has more powers than your elected representatives. The mayor is the titular head of the municipal corporation and the first citizen of the city, but does not have any executive authority at all. There is a standing committee, which is the committee put together by the ruling party in the municipal corporation, where they give a standing committee chairman and also name chairpersons, members, and vice chairpersons of various committees. And these committees are of everything right from housing to parks to improvement to roads to everything else that is under the municipal corporation. Even then, the standing committee can only approve your uh, proposals, and it's the municipal commissioner who has complete executive authority to do more or less whatever they want in the municipal corporation. So this so effectively, your councillors or directly elected representatives of parties act as a check and balance to the bureaucratic control of the municipal commissioner. For the past 3 years, we have not had that check and balance either. So if you have a broken nali, you don't know whom to go to because you don't have an elected representative. If you have a bad road, if you have a light that isn't working in your lane, if you have a transformer that bursts, you don't have anyone to contact immediately. However, I want to talk about the numbers today of how all the parties stack up in a few of the major municipal corporations in Maharashtra. Mind you, these are extremely financially important elections, considering that the BMC, the country's richest civic body, has a budget of north of 75,000 crore rupees. That is more than the budget of several smaller states in our country. The war for the fight for the BMC has been on for more than 10 years now. The BJP has been upping its ante ever since Narendra Modi came to power in 2014, and more so since Amit Shah took the post of BJP president for the first time in 2014 with their P2P model, which is Panchayat to Parliament model. Amit Shah has been focusing heavily on even municipal elections, increasing the party's spread on the ground and taking control of all of urban India. That's the plan. Now, when you look at the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation this time, it's historic what is going to happen, considering that after decades, both fronts, which is the front that is in power in the state as well as the opposition, are going to be contesting municipal polls inside coalitions. I don't know if this has happened before ever, but it definitely has not happened in the last 30 years in this state. So you have on one side the ruling party, which is the ruling coalition, which is the Mahayuti. So you've got the BJP, you've got Eknath Shinde's Shivsena, and you've got Ajit Pawar's NCP. So Devendra Fadnavis, who's the CM, and two deputy CMs with both of their parties and political machines. On the opposition side, you have the Congress, which is the national opposition party, the Shivsena, Uddhav Thackeray, which is the Shivsena UBT, and your Sharad Pawar's NCP. So the NCP, Sharad Chandra Pawar. Now, You have a seventh player in this, and this is where this gets interesting. The seventh player does not have a single seat in Maharashtra Legislative Assembly, but is a major player when it comes to municipal polls, simply because of their cadre and because of their spread in the urban sphere across municipal corporations all across the state. This seventh player, as you might have guessed by now, is the MNS. You also have smaller players inside regions. So, for example, the All India Majlis hai Ittihadul e Musalmin has two seats in the BMC, which they won in 2017. Asaduddin Owaisis AIMIM. The Samajwadi Party, which is led by Abu Azmi in Maharashtra, has two seats in the Legislative Assembly as well as six seats in the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. So this is Abu Azmi and Riaz Sheikh who run the party, Rais Sheikh from Bhiwandi, who run the party in the state and very much in Mumbai metropolitan region. So you have smaller players like these who have some small pockets of influence across the corporation. Now, what's happened is that in 2023, Ajit Pawar broke off his NCP and joined Eknath Shinde's government in the state. This seemed like a surprise to many, and the simple question that everyone was asking was, why would the BJP require one more alliance partner inside Maharashtra when they already have a government? This was post Eknath Shinde breaking two-thirds of the Shivsena and forming a government with the BJP, when the BJP had a full majority, comfortable majority in the assembly and also power at the center. What came as a surprise to a lot of people was, why does Ajit Pawar need to now join this same existing government with his 40 MLAs as finance minister? And what does the BJP really gain from this? Now, the answer to this question came 1 year later after the 2024 assembly polls, when the BJP emerged as the single largest party, falling just 10 short of a majority all on its own. So the BJP got 134 seats in the assembly. And while Eknath Shinde was the chief minister before the election, it was very clear that he was not going to be given the chief ministership going forward, considering he had only 57 MLAs. And to be fair, the BJP didn't even need him to form a government. Just to keep the optics going, the BJP accommodated him as deputy chief minister, and the earlier deputy chief minister, Devendra Fadnavis, emerged once again for the second time or the third time in his career as chief minister. Now, this was when people realized Ajit Pawar's importance, because Ajit Pawar wasn't haggling for the chief minister's post. He won 40 seats in the assembly, and he also very happily and very gracefully was ready to accept the deputy chief minister's post and share power with BJP, treating BJP as an elder brother. Eknath Shinde, on the other hand, was quite upset with his demotion from chief ministership to deputy chief ministership, as anybody would be. You would be as upset, I would be as upset. So the BJP then showed everyone that they have a alternative to Shinde as well. Shinde himself was an alternative to Uddhav Thackeray, whose party he broke. Now there is an alternative to Shinde. So in this complicated dynamic of three parties being inside the state government together, there is a lot of things that the BJP needs to look at if they actually want to gain power in the municipal corporation. On the other hand, the Congress doesn't have a very large spread in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation or even in Pune and Thane, but they have a small, sizable presence. However, it's Uddhav Thackeray's Shivsena, who has been the undivided Shivsena originally, which has been in power in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation for over 35 years non-stop. Now, if you look at the BMC, there are 227 seats, and any party or any front to install their mayor in place and their standing committee chairperson in place needs 114 seats. In the last elections, the BJP reached 82 seats, just two short of Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, which was again the undivided Shiv Sena, which had 84 seats. The Congress had 31 seats, as I said, a decent presence in the corporation. The NCP was at 9, the Samajwadi at 6, the MNS at 7, and the AIMIM at 2. Now, out of the seven MNS corporators, six of them within 1 year of the election switched over to the Shiv Sena, taking Shiv Sena's number to 90 from 84. Still 24 short of forming its own majority in the corporation. The BJP, to not piss off its ally, went together with the Sena and let them have their mayor and also their deputy mayor inside the municipal corporation. Now things have changed a lot. The BJP is on a mission to achieve complete power as a single party in Maharashtra and create a single party ruling system in the state over the next 5 years. They've already achieved more or less this inside the assembly, and they are yet to achieve it inside these municipal corporations. However, if they play their cards right, it might not be very difficult. So, an article last week in the Times of India said that there was a proposed seat sharing formula of the Mahayuti government in place of the three allies that I just mentioned to you. The BJP is focusing on Mumbai, so they would want to contest the most number of seats in Mumbai, followed shortly by Eknath Shinde's Shivsena, whom, after breaking off from Uddhav Thackeray, claims now that out of the original 84 or 90 corporators, he has almost 60 who have switched over to his side. The official number of this is contestable, but we can look at, say, between 45 and 60 as the official number. Uddhav Thackeray claims that the real Shiv Sainiks are with him, and he has about 40 to 50 himself. As I said, these are contested numbers considering that no one is a sitting corporator now. There hasn't been any corporator for the past 3 years. So the Eknath Shinde will contest the second most number of seats inside the BMC, a few lower than the BJP, of course, giving the BJP space so that they can try to install their mayor inside Mumbai. Ajit Pawar might not contest too many seats in Mumbai considering he has a small spread. His party has a small spread inside the BMC. So they will contest a few seats. Now let's come to Thane, which is Eknath Shinde's turf. In Thane, Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena has almost all of the undivided Shiv Sena's municipal corporators, right? The TMC total number of corporators is 131, and 66 is the number that any party needs to install their mayor or control the municipal corporation. Now, the undivided Shiv Sena had 67, so they had a full majority in Thane. Mind you, Thane is considered to be the fort of the Shiv Sena. Eknath Shinde's mentor, Anand Tikhe, on whom there were two movies made, Dharamveer 1 and 2 in Marathi, was the Shiv Sena's district president in Thane and created an electoral system for the Shiv Sena, which has worked for them again for the past 30 years. So, more than Mumbai being a fort of the Shiv Sena, it's Thane that's the Shiv Sena's fort. Now, Eknath Shinde has leave one or two corporators, every single corporator on his side, and this is more believable considering that he is the guardian minister of the district. He has the Ministry of Urban Development. He was chief minister for 2 3 years, for 2.5 years. He has the Urban Development Ministry, the Housing Ministry, and several other important ministries that he controls, which are very important for a from an urban point of view and an urban perspective. So he has done Sam Dam Dand Bhed and made sure that he has got every single cooperator from Uddhav Thackeray's faction also on his side. This is where, in the seat sharing formula, Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena will contest the most seats. The BJP in 2017 had won only 23 seats in Thane, so they have a small spread when it comes to the city. However, the BJP does have several interests in Thane, and they've already started the process of cutting Eknath Shinde to size, something we will discuss in another video in the future. What's going to happen is Eknath Shinde contests the maximum number of seats. The NCP, the undivided NCP now, was second in the Thane Municipal Corporation with 34 seats, which is not a small number, more than the BJP. After the break, Ajit Pawar is yet to open his cards on how many corporators are with him inside the Thane Municipal Corporation. So, Ajit Pawar might contest seats at par with the BJP to keep his hold over his spread inside the Thane Municipal Corporation. The Congress has very few seats in Thane, which is just three. They used to be a force in Thane, their primary opposition, while the Shiv Sena used to rule for so many years, along with their then alliance partner, the NCP. But however, their footprint has shrunk to a large extent. Now let's come to Pune. I know we've not covered all of MMR. We will do another episode on MMR where there are other cities which are equally as important. You have the Navi Mumbai Municipal Corporation, the Kalyan Municipal Corporation, the Mira Bhayandar Municipal Corporation, and the Vasai Virar Municipal Corporation, along with Ulhasnagar as well. So we will come to that in a later episode. But let's come to Pune, which is another extremely important city. Pune is a metro city as of today with a population nearing 1 crore. It also has a satellite city of its own called PCMC, which is the Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation. Now, Pune is now seen completely as a BJP and RSS hotspot and stronghold. They have won for the third time their Member of Parliament seat, the BJP, from this city, and it is seen that they don't have any effective opposition here. Pune used to 15 years ago be a Congress fort. It used to be a Congress fort originally. Then it was taken up as Sharad Pawar's fort, which was an NCP fort. The BJP has, after the Modi wave, created again an electoral system inside Pune, which works for them and works very well for them at that. So in Pune, the BJP has 97 municipal corporators, right? The Congress has been reduced to a single digit, which is 9. The NCP has a large number, the undivided NCP, which is 39, and the undivided Shivsena had 10. So here, even though the BJP has the largest number, there are chances that they are going to leave space and given either an equal number of seats or more seats to Ajit Pawar's NCP. Ajit Pawar is the guardian minister of Pune. His seat Baramati is inside the Pune district, and it is very important for his politics, for his party, and for him as a career to control this district. So Pune Municipal Corporation as well as Pimpri Chinchwad Municipal Corporation are a very important facet of that. So in Pune as well as PCMC, where the BJP is in power right now, or as of 2017 up to 2022, where the BJP was in power, where they have the most number of seats, there is a chance that they're either going to let Ajit Pawar contest an equal number of seats, or they are going to let Ajit Pawar contest more seats so that he does not give them trouble in the other municipal corporations. That is, he leaves space for them in Mumbai, he leaves space for them in Thane, where he has a decent enough spread, and where they have to cut Eknath Shinde to size. He leaves space for them in Kalyan, he leaves space for them in Mira Bhandar, he leaves space for them in Vasai Viral. Mind you, the NCP is not a huge player in the other municipal corporations, but they have small pockets of influence, which if they leave to the BJP, it can be very important for the BJP to capture every single corporation systematically and eventually surround Eknath Shinde, leaving him with just Thane and nothing else. So it's going to be very interesting. We are going to see the municipal corporation elections latest by 2025 March. And now, since we've covered the the Mahayuti or the ruling alliance, let us cover the opposition alliance, which is the Mahavikas Agadi. The MBA, which seems not as prepared as the Mahayuti, obviously because they aren't in power and do not have the money power, muscle power, and resources like the people in power do, and also the coordination or the heart to give away seats to their alliance partners in a larger political interest. The MVA is now looking at whether they have to take Raj Thackeray into this alliance or not. Mind you, when I said Raj Thackeray was the seventh party that was important in Maharashtra, it's because of this. His party has several pockets of influence, even if not seats. There are places where they have come second and third and have a very strong cadre base and a very strong muscle power base across several municipal corporations, especially Mumbai metropolitan region and Pune metropolitan region, along with, of course, Nashik, which is a corporation that they once controlled as well. Now, the MVA has to again work out a similar formula like the Mahayuti. So, what could be a tentative formula for the MVA would be A, to leave Uddhav Thackeray to contest the most number of seats in the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, followed shortly by the Congress. And the Congress party, however badly it may perform in elections over the last few years, you need to understand is a 100-year-old organization which has started in the city of Mumbai. So the Congress will contest the second number of seats. It will be Sharad Pawar's NCP who will again cede space to both of these allies for whom Mumbai matters as much, so that he can claim Pune. Now, Sharad Pawar's NCP used to be in power in Pune. They will claim majority seats inside the Pune Municipal Corporation, again followed shortly by the Congress. Here, the Shiv Sena will have to go on the back foot and leave the other two allies' seats, so that along with Mumbai, these two allies leave Thane to the Shiv Sena. So in Thane, again, the Shiv Sena will have to rebuild its vote bank. It will have to rebuild and find new candidates. But Here it has a plus point, which is an alliance with the MNS. The MNS will also have to be accommodated inside Mumbai. They will have to be accommodated inside Thane. They will have to be accommodated in all the six municipal corporations that come inside the Mumbai metropolitan region. This, as I said earlier, includes Navi Mumbai, Vasai Virar, Mira Bhayandar, Kalyan Dombivili, as well as Ulhasnagar. So the MNS, who has it spread in several pockets and also smaller pockets in almost every single ward in the city, smaller number of votes, smaller number of karyakartas in almost every single ward in the city, with small offices, small Jansampark karyalayas, and small activations or activities happening on an everyday basis. Here, the MNS comes into play. So the MNS, along with the Shivsena, will focus on Mumbai, will focus on Thane, will focus on Nashik, where the MNS was once in power, where the MNS, if they join the Mahavikas Aghadi, will have to take the most number of seats, considering it was their spread, which will be followed in Nashik by the NCP, because this used to be, Nashik, as you know, is the fiefdom of a man called Chaggan Bhujbal. He used to be he is one of the tallest leaders in the NCP, and also one of the tallest and one of the veterans of Maharashtra politics who has been around since the time of early days of Sharad Pawar as well as Bal Thackeray. Nashik is his fiefdom. And while he has left Sharad Pawar, there are again the NCP will have to contest enough number of seats to rebuild their image and rebuild their voter base and rebuild their candidate base in the city. Mind you, for parties like Uddhav Thackre's Shiv Sena as well as Sharad Pawar's NCP, a big challenge is going to be finding candidates. Finding candidates for municipal polls is not very easy. You need people whose caste calculation fits well. You need people who actually have been doing a lot of ground level work. When you have to contest a municipal election, you need to be known in every society, every slum, every lane. People need to have your phone number. You need to be someone who visits weddings, who visits naming ceremonies, who visits family functions of all your voters in your electorate. You also need to be someone who is accessible to your voters 24 by 7, because you are the closest elected representative to your voter. Now, if this formula fits and Raj Thackeray is accommodated, one thing is going to be difficult for Sharad Pawar's NCP, for the Congress, for Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena, is giving up seats. We saw that the MVA had a very tough time during seat sharing, even in the even in the assembly polls, and before that, even in the Lok Sabha polls. It was Sharad Pawar who had to give up his seats to one to the Congress, one to the Shiv Sena, so that they do not drive a hard bargain against each other, and so that the coalition lasts. Mind you, a coalition lasting is completely dependent on party cadre getting along with each other and helping each other. If I am a Shiv Sainik working for Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena, I have to get out of my house knowing that my ward seat has not been given to my leader, who is from the Shiv Sena, but to a BJP or an NCP leader. That's what a coalition works on, especially at the municipal level. So exciting times coming up, and look forward to a seat sharing formula that will be released by both sides. And soon we'll know how it's shaping up and how things are working out for both sides, which is the MVA as well as the Mahayuti. So we will know more about this in the next few months as they release the seat sharing. Hopefully, in the next month, the Mahayuti at least should release their seat sharing formula, if not their formal numbers, and should do somewhat of a um, they should do somewhat of a press conference or a press release or an official statement about the same. Till then, keep watching Simply Political. Share this with your friends. Tell us what you'd like to talk about. Our next video is going to be about how the BJP is cornering Eknath Shinde, and the project is already in its accelerated stages to cut Eknath Shinde's influence even in his home ground, that is Thane district. So keep watching Simply Political. Share it with your friends. Tell us what you think about the video in the comments. Thank you.